Hello, my name is Rich Choi. I'm a Dynamics 365 technical specialist here at Microsoft. Today I'm going to show you this demonstration of proactive sales. The vision here is really to provide the sales rep with the IoT information that's coming from their customers' devices. Now with this, they can actually call the customers about certain information that they might not know about themselves. And really what we're trying to do is change the game of not when to call, but rather why to call your customers. And so the expectation here is that being that CRM will now be a proactive application in arming these sales folks with go-to items about information from their customers' IoT devices. This should shorten the sales cycles and increase sales, especially around cross-sell and cross-service opportunities. So this is how it's going to work. In this demonstration, you're going to take a look at an IoT device sending information into Azure. Azure will then analyze that and say this is a critical information. Power BI will be leveraged in order to visualize that information quickly and easily. But using Office 365 and CRM as the output, it's actually going to become a proactive application, which will result in sending the sales rep information and task items for them to call their customers and proactively make a move. And here's a story we're going to play for the demonstration. We're going to actually use the Ring doorbell as an example for our IoT device. We're going to say from left to right, Jeff, Rich, and Roji are three existing customers that I have today. And based on the activity that's happening on their device, I'm going to call them on specific events that I think are cross-sell and upsell opportunities for me. So here are three Ring doorbells from left to right. They represent each of the three individuals of my existing customers that I just spoke on. And what we've done is we set up a threshold in Azure to say that if a doorbell is rung 7 times within 2 minutes, that's actually a critical alert. And so this should be notified to the sales rep to talk to the customer that something suspicious is happening. Now the scenario here is that the customers do not have an additional product that Ring provides called a stick-up camera, which is a camera that can be provided so that they can place it in the back of the home and monitor the rear of the home there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on each of these, and so you can see that I'm hitting that trigger event, and now this information is the telemetry information that you're seeing here is being sent and pushed into Azure. So let's take a look at what's happening in Azure. I've opened up my Azure portal here, and I'm going to click on my Proactive Sales Logic app, and we're leveraging Azure IoT Hub and also the Logic app that's provided. And you can see that the trigger events have already happened here. So what was pushed from IoT is now in Azure and it succeeded. And what it's doing is if I click on this, it's simply saying, okay, this actually hit a trigger event that I feel that is critical, and it's going to press and create a new record into CRM. So next, let's go take a look at CRM and what that looks like there. So now I'm in my CRM system, and what we've done is let's go ahead and go into our area where it says Device Critical Alerts and open that up. So you can see here, Azure has pushed out information into CRM to say something unique has happened, and we're going to create these as critical events and apply them to my existing customers from Roji, Jeff, and Rich. Next, I'm going to go ahead and open up Roji's record. So I open up Roji's record, and you can see that since the device has come in, we've leveraged workflows in order to automate a lot of processes. And one thing you'll notice is when I click on the activities, I have a task to follow up with Roji. On the right side, it's created a high potential customer opportunity for me. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Now what this does is creates a opportunity and lets me know exactly what's going on. So on the left side, it provides information such as the description of what's occurring with this customer. So this customer is a prime candidate to upsell the Ring stick-up camera. And as I continue scrolling down, I could see that this is the current situation where the customer we know already has the Ring doorbell but doesn't have the stick-up camera applied to one of their devices at home. We also see that the customer need is that based on what their IoT device is telling us, It's saying that this may be a person that's getting cased and has high potential to be burglarized. And so what do? We want to provide and call them and pitch them the idea of having a stick-up camera is going to lower their risk in getting burglarized, especially because we know that if someone's casing the home and they're not there, the first thing they do is go into the backyard and try to break in that way. So I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to go and click on this existing product. I'm going to type that it's the stick-up cam, and there it is. And I have that lined up in my opportunity, and let's go ahead and give Roji a call now. So I'm going to click on his name, and it takes me back to his record. So I have this activity in order to call Roji, so I'm going to just go ahead and mark this as complete because I'm about to dial his phone number here. So I'm going to click this. It's actually going to Skype for Business. I won't actually make the call because it's a fake number anyways. But I'm going to say that as I'm talking to Roji, I let him know that, hey, just found out that from your device, it looks like you potentially got cased. And so what Roji says is that he's on vacation and he hasn't had a chance to look at his phone and see what activities have happening on his Ring doorbell. So I told him, well, while you're gone, I wanted to talk to you about the Sticko camera. Are you interested? After I described the details, he's very interested and says he wants to see more information. So I say, great. I'm going to say send more information. And I'm going to mark this as a completed activity. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check this checkbox. And once I do that, it's actually going to send Roji the email brochure. So you see here on the activities, the email was sent out. And I can scroll down and see, and actually let's go ahead and open this up. And this is the email that was actually sent out. So when Roji gets this email, he's going to click on this link. And it's going to take them directly to the stick-up camera so he can see exactly what this is all about. And he can also click on watch the video. And so he may be watching this video to learn more about what the camera provides. You can see the details on how it monitors additional areas. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back to Roji's profile. And we're going to say a couple days went by. So I give him a call. I say, hey, Roji, you took a look at the camera. What'd you think? I sent you some information. And he says he wants to purchase it right away. Great. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and I can close out this opportunity as a one opportunity. But he says that he's going to be out of the country for a little bit. And so he doesn't have any time to install this. Well, that's no problem. What we're going to do then is we're going to go in here and go to field service. And I'm going to create a work order for how to have my installation team go out and install this for you. And so I let Roji know that this is going to all be installed while you're out. We're also going to then invoice you, and you can pay that when you get the invoice. But everything will be set up. He can then go on his mobile app and apply that and activate the device, and his home is now more secure. So next, let's take a look at how I can look at other existing customers that might be impacted. So what you see here is that we actually have Power BI dashboards that we're using for analytics embedded directly into CRM so that I as a seller don't have to navigate away from CRM and to look at Power BI, but rather I can see it directly from here. I can actually even pop this out into Power BI if I need to and see this information directly within Power BI. So I'm going to click back to CRM here. And so what I want to leverage here is I'm going to take a look at Power BI within CRM, and I'm going to take a look at the existing customers that may live near Roji. And so I could scroll around and hover over, and I can see that Rich also lives near Roji. And maybe I want to give him a call and just let him know that I have a customer in his vicinity that has been impacted by someone. It seems like someone is casing their home. And so being that you may be in the same area, I just wanted to make sure that you're okay. Also want to notice that you don't have the stick-up camera in the backyard of your home as well, and we think that this is definitely a high value proposition to specifically reduce your risk of getting burglarized. And that completes the demonstration. And what you saw was that Microsoft technologies all working together in order to provide one Microsoft Cloud solution. In the end, the Internet of Things was able to work through this solution and ultimately grab that or place that information into the hands of the sales rep to increase sales. Not only that, but also to provide work orders and field service teams to go out and provide some type of service as well. But this was all in place in order for them to call the customers on information that they might not know about themselves and hopefully call them with more substance and to reduce the sales cycle and increase sales around cross-selling and upselling across different areas. And so lastly, what you saw was a quicker sales cycle leading to field service and ultimately increasing the customer satisfaction. And the customer also is very happy with the service, but also sees the sales and the company in itself as more of a trustworthy company than not just calling them just to sell more products, but actually have a reason on why this is going to be valuable to them. So with this, I want to thank you for taking a look at this demonstration and really just emphasizing that this is Microsoft today. It's not something that is 6 years down the road or 10 years down the road, but this is something that is available today and can definitely help your organization.